This is our beginner morning movement sequence. So what we want to do, because ideally this is something being done first thing in the morning, is gently start getting the body doing what we want it to do, waking it up, getting it moving some. What we're not trying to do is force the body into any position. So I just always phrase it as allow the work and being in the right position to do its thing over time. All right, so we're going to start with child's pose. So if you have any issues with your knees as far as sitting back and having them fully folded, one option is something like a yoga block back here by your calf, and then that way the knee doesn't fold as far, or just simply don't sit back as far. So I'm going to bring my knees out wide, sit back, sink my head and chest down, and then I'm going to alternate. So I'm reaching forward with the left arm, and then reaching forward with the right. And then we actually want to come across the body with that. So a little better forward view here. So coming across for the side reach, and then back here, and then just go back and forth anywhere from 3 to 5 times each side. From here we're going to go on to your side, and it's a 3-position side rotation. So if we're looking at your hip angle as 90 here, we're going to go about 45 degrees below. With your bottom arm, grab onto the knee. So I'm drawing a line mentally from my top knee to my shoulder, and I'm simply going to rotate back on that line, turn my gaze with it, try to get the shoulder blade and hand on the floor, and then come back. So we're going to go 3 times or 3 to 5. Anytime you find an area with more restriction, feel free to do a little more work there. Position 2, we're going to come up to 90. So now the line is my calf to my shoulder. Same idea, rotating. Try to get that shoulder blade and hand down, turn your gaze with it. And number 3. All right, and then we're gonna bring the top leg up, hook it with the bottom arm. So if you're at 90 degrees at the elbow and you're at your wrist or your hand, you're in a pretty good spot. So now it's gonna be mid-thigh to shoulder, and follow that line, follow it with your gaze, and then come back. So 3 to 5. Once we finish that, then we're going to come back to neutral, flip over to the other side, and do the whole thing there. While you're there, on your back, we're going to go through arm slides. So with your knees bent, we want to keep your arms against the floor or to the best of your ability down there. So you can help facilitate that by pinching your shoulder blades together. And then we're going up with the arms to signal field goal, and then come down. But the entire time, just work on keeping the arms nice and low. So we're going to go through anywhere from 5 to 10 of these arm slides. And then we're going to take one leg, cross it over the other so that your ankle's on your knee, and then apply a little pressure forward at the knee. Now, if you're getting a pretty good stretch here, this is as far as you need to go. Now, let's say you're able to extend your arm and you're not getting a whole lot. Now we're going to go both hands behind the other knee. You're going to flare that elbow out so that you can put a little pressure to keep the knee out, and bring everything back towards you to whatever degree you can. Hold for 30 to 60 seconds, then come out, and repeat that on the other side. Now we're going to get you up on your feet. So these are triangles. So what we're going to do is basically draw a triangle with our bodies. So one key is make sure you're hinging through your hips. So people often drive through the knee. Make sure we get the hips back to go down into your side position. So find your width. I'm going to go down to one side. I'm going to drag the bottom of my triangle and then come back up the other. Down, hinging my hips back, drag the bottom, and then come back up, and then we're going to go the other way. Hinge, drag, and come back up, and then 2 more times. Now you can do it 5 times. Honestly, none of us really incorporate enough mobility into our world, so the more you want to do, the better. And then we're going to finish it off with hip flexor, and I want to give you a couple of angles on this. So the forward angle, we're going to go hands behind your head. You're going to tuck your rear end under, tight gut, tight butt. We're going to shift forward and find that hip flexor stretch. Straighten both arms out. Then we're going to rotate and reach. So back arm goes down, forward arm goes up, and then we come out of that. So side view. We're going to go pelvic tuck, shift into the stretch, take the arms out, turn, and then reach down with the bottom or the back arm, up with the top or the forward, and hold. And then you would do 3 to 5 of those on each side. So that's just kind of a nice way first thing in the morning to get yourself moving, get the fluids going, get the brain going, get a little oxygen in, and hopefully set the tone for your day.